Okay, chums, well I'm back in the NMSA hub, and this time I'm going to try an uncharted system of space and hope to see if we can find a Diplo there. I mean, if we do find a Diplo there, it could be on a very interesting planet or biome. Okay, we've arrived in a new system of space. This has 3 planets, all uncharted, data is unavailable, all the mystery, all the suspense. We've got ourselves a lovely ringed planet right in front of us right now. This looks like Gamma from up here and yonder, but let's have a look-see. It is Gamma. Awesome. It has high sentinel activity, but also has salvageable scrap, which is quite cool. That's oh, it's got is that a moon? I thought it said 3 planets. It didn't mention a moon. It looks too small to be a planet, but there we are. It's the opposite side of this giant planeto, and it looks like all the other 2 planets are both hidden behind this giant planet. Well, let's head on through the rings and let's see if we can see anything on the other side. Oh, I'm getting low on frickin' fuel. Let's sort that out. There we are. Oh, and hyperdrive. Okay, interesting. Well, there we go, recharged. Let's spin it around. Let's see if we can see the other marbles in this system. What do we have here? That looks like another Gamma sort of world. Yep, it's a freaking Gamma world. Okay, well, we can compare the 2 Gamma planets together, can't we, in this episode, chums, and see what sort of uniqueness they have from one to the other. Oh, don't say we've got 3 Gamma planets. That'd be freaking ace, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome. Oh no, well, this is a breached planet. Cadmium, gold and magnetized ferrite. Let's go and have a look what a breached planet looks like first. I've got a feeling that there's only going to be 1 discoverable life form on this planet, so we're going to head there first, and then we'll take a look at the 2 Gamma planets. Oh, joy of joy! So we're coming down to this breached planet. Let's oh, it's one of the light fissures. Right, okay. I know that each of these different planets have like different sort of tags and names to them, and they have multiple tags and names to the certain biome types that there are. I think there's something like 13 different trophies you can collect. I mean, there's 13 of these exotic sorts of biomes, and yeah, they have different tags, but they're exactly the same planet. Just because they got a different name, it's like shelled, they might be called something else, but yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this is quite cool. These are sort of particles of rock shooting up from the ground. I don't remember them last time I came here. I think they've added new particle effects. And yeah, I'm liking the green, cloudy, dusty type effect as well. Honestly do think that since we got the mechs, they have tweaked a few things. Subtle things. Sneaky like freaking ninjas. Right, okay, so there's 1 type of fauna on this planet. There it is over there. The dot just vanished on me. Git! It vanished. There it is again. I just saw it. There it is. It's like a giant ball. You see it? There we go. We're going to scan him. Hello there, giant ball creature. Sweet. Awesome. So let's go into the discoveries. Let's make our acquaintance with the ball. There he is. Bally creature. Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm just going to call him the ball. Yeah. A bit like the thing out of that, the prisoner. Pretty cool, isn't it? The ball. There we go. It's going to have the ball in front of its name, because why not? Awesome. Oh, let's read the creature biome. Let's see what it says. Found on the barren plains of planet Ents. Oh my days, I can't read that because the ball's light's in the way. Okay, well, we'll probably forget that then. It's a busy creature anyway by the looks of things. It never blinks. I'm not frickin' surprised. It's got no eyes. Or if it has, I can't see them. Yeah, okay. Hold on, what's this? Dug into the dirt, flicking the earth into their mouths with long spiked tongues? Where do you keep this tongue? It really doesn't. It doesn't do any of this stuff. Come on. Really? Honestly? No. No, it doesn't do any of that. Okay, awesome. Okay, brilliant. We're going to go on to the next planet before I have a little mini meltdown. Okay, I'll see you on the next planet. Gamma World, here we come. Gamma World number 1, I should say. Then we'll be going to Gamma World number 2. Yeah, I know. Alright, see you on the first one. So here we are, landing on Gamma Planet number 1. Nice. Okay, I quite like these plants that all sort of have movement to them. They sort of contort and they almost breathe. They're quite cool. They look like living coral, which is pretty cool. I didn't look at the planet readout there. It's a fauna, numerous. That's good to see. Let's hope that one of those fauna is a Diplo, shall we, chums? Oh, what do we have over here? We have creatures already. This is good. Let's get these into the scanner, Rooney. Okay, hold still while I scan thee. Oh my days! Look at this for uniqueness! Okay, let's jump into camera mode. Let's have a quick look at one of their heads. Oh my days! Would you look at that? We have another pug creature. Would you Adam and Eve it? It doesn't have ears, but it has this little head shield. Oh my! Oh my, oh my! That's amazingly different to any other pug-faced creature that I've seen in the last 2 episodes. It really isn't. Okay, so I've gone to 3 different systems at random and seen 3 different pug heads on the first creatures that I come across. But this I haven't seen before. This is a giant T-Rexy type bird creature. Lovely. Let's jump into camera mode. Let's put the sun. Oh, the sun's already in the sky. Let's have a look at him. Oh my days. That's the stuff of frickin' nightmares, isn't it? That is pretty cool. This is like the evolution between a raptor and an ostrich or something, or an emu. It's nearly there, isn't it? That's terrifying. But yeah, we found our first dino anyway, chums. Dinosaur confirmed. Nice. Well, it kind of is a dinosaur. I mean, it's got a bird's head, so I don't know whether that actually counts. Don't know if that counts. Right, okay, so we'll be reading these creatures' biomes in a bit, and I'll be naming them in a bit. I'm going to go and explore, chums, but just take in the wonders and the sights of this planet for a second. Let's just put the sun up in the sky and take a look at these lovely plants. So yeah, it's got lots of lovely gamma plants. It's got almost like these cactusy type trees on here. That's quite cool. And one of these spotty type rocks. Very cool. And it's got these things that put smoke into the sky. Nice. And some with leaves on. Okay, fairly cool for a gamma world, I must say. Quite nice, quite lovely, like in the sky colour. And this one has water as well. The other planet does not have water, so there is going to be a subtle difference between this planet and the other planets. I'm just looking at the foliage to see the makeup. Right, okay, well let's head on over the hill and we'll see if we can find any other creatures. I'll let you know if I come across any interesting creatures. However, I will be giving you a creature roundup at the end anyhow, chums, so yeah, don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. I'll be right back with you guys in a bit. Look at that plant, that's pretty awesome. Looks like Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants, and we've got some pillars as well. We've got some bird type creatures. I think I've scanned them ones. Excellent. I'll be showing you my creature discoveries in a bit. But I just wanted to share with you that awesome looking plant, because that was pretty darn gnarly, wasn't it? Yeah, lovely job. This planet Tululavalmi until I rename it. Right, so let's go into here and let's see what we've found. So first up on the list is Don't Lick Me. And I've called this creature Don't Lick Me because he has tongue parasites. Yeah, keep that tongue away from me. And then we've got this little guy called Mooncake. Yeah, it's a lovely little butterfly, dragonfly, whatever you want to call it. It's one of them. It's something quite lush. I don't come across these all too often, so this was a lovely find for me. And I called it Mooncake from Final Space. If you haven't seen Final Space on Netflix, it's freaking awesome. But yeah, I called it Mooncake because this is Moon Baby. And Mooncake was a caterpillar that he had as a childhood pet in the actual cartoon. Well worth a watch. Heck, really funny. And then we have this creature here. Now, this dinosaur you saw earlier, which I thought was like a raptor come emu, and yeah, it kind of has that vibe to it, but I've called it Third Skin. Why have I called it Third Skin? Because it has a second skin, so why not? And we know what comes next. Heck yes. Right, and then next up we have Boris. So Boris, I call him Boris because he looks a little bit like Boris Johnson from front view with this gnarly haircut. Yep, maybe he has got the pug face though, not like Boris. So yeah, I couldn't really actually think of anything. He's got both gills and lungs though, which is nice. So he's a bit of a survivor. And you know, Boris, he just overcomes C19. So there we are. So that's why I call him Boris. There's a few other undiscovered creatures, as you can see here. Some of them are uncommon ground. I have looked around for some time. It says this one's uncommon, but I bet you if I come out of this menu right now, I'm probably standing by a herd. Yes, they're all over the frickin' shop. That's all I'm seeing. I'm only seeing that creature type, and I've been walking around. It's gone from day to night, back to day, and back to night again, and that's all I've found so far. And all the creatures I've seen so far, you can probably see them in this one little area, which is just it. Yeah, I'm not coming across the other creatures, but there is quite a lot of water on this planet as well, so finding land is a little bit far and few between. But I'm not finding any Goliath creatures here. I've done low flybys and things in night and day, and I'm not seeing anything large. Right, so I'm off to the next Gamma planet. I'll see you at the next Gamma planet. See you in a bit. See you in a sec. Goodbye for now. I was flying to the other planet, and this has popped up. Oh my days. What the fudge is this? Has that got a giant gek head in the middle of it? Am I seeing things? Rubble of the first spawn. It is a freaking giant gek head. This is a first for me, chums. That's bizarre. That really is. Am I looking at the front or the back of it? This is strange. Let's just get a bit closer. I think I'm looking at the... that is the front. Yeah, that's a giant gek head in space, chums. That's a giant gek head in space. Now that's going to be my freaking thumb now. That's craziness. Oh my days. Let's just zoom that out a little bit. That is awesome, yet quite disturbing. Okay, wow. Well let's... I don't think there's much I can do with this. I'm shooting it, doesn't do anything. Scanning it, doesn't do anything. It's just there. It's just a thing in space. Let's see if we can fly through the gap. This could be interesting. Let's see if we can do it. Whoa! Now that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what happens when I come out the opposite side. Let's go into camera mode. Is there another gek head on the opposite side? There frickin' is. Okay, there's gek heads either side of this thing, chums. That is peculiar and awesome. And yeah, that's a first for me, chums. That's a first. Okay, well let's get a little distance from it. Let's just pop into camera mode again, just one last time, and see it from a bit of a distance. Look at that. Isn't that something? That really is something. That is so cool. Heck yes. Might get another picture of that. That's cool. Yeah. Probably. Let's add a little bit of spin. There we are. Can we get the planet in the bottom corner there as well? I think we can get away with that. That looks quite nice. Wasn't lovely. An awesome thing to see out in the universe, just like that as I'm flying around. I'm loving the Space Anomalies edition. It's pretty damn sweet. Right, so let's fly on down. That does give a little bit extra into the exploration, it must be said. Let's head on down to the planet and let's see which creatures we'd be having here. And then I've got to name all the planets and name this system. So interesting. Let's touch down. And let's see what we get. Now this is an uncharted area of space. I don't know whether you get to see more interesting anomalies in uncharted areas, but it seems to be a little bit of a thing for me. I guess it's because you don't get bothered with all the traders and stuff, do you? So that's good. Oh, would you look at that? It's got those plants that sort of live and breathe. It's got the similar sort of texture as the ones that look like Patrick Star from the other planet. And these posts, they're on the other planet too. And trees with leaves on a Gamma world. They look almost identical to the ones on the planet I was just in. I wonder if this planet broke off from the other one. Oh, the other planet did not have bouncy creatures on there. Heck no. Hello there, my little bouncy chum. How are you? He's looking quite happy. He has an array of eyes. Oh, we've got another creature just over here as well, chums. Let's hop on over. Oh, look, we've got some spotty rocks. Who would have guessed it? Okay, cool. We've got a big creature over here, chums. You see his head bobbing up and down. Let's go and have a look-see. Oh, it's a giant, crabby, weird thing. Hello there, giant, crabby, weird thing. Kabuto. And yeah, these crossed over sort of plants. I do see those a fair bit on the old Gamma world, chums. It has to be said. But yeah, so this world, I wouldn't say, is very unique in comparison to the other one. There's probably a lot of people that are going to say, yes, it is, Steve, it's completely different. That's completely different. Yeah, I mean, the last one didn't have these with that on the top. That's quite cool. But yeah, there we are. Okay, so I've scanned like 3 creatures in such a small space of time. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Sock-type looking creature. Now I do find if you find a planet has one bouncy creature, it usually has many bouncy creatures. Wasn't the case in one of my adventures though earlier, chums. I think was it episode 1 or episode 2, I can't remember which. But there was a giant bouncy pineapple creature, and that was the only bouncy creature on that one planet. But normally it's more like this. This is more indicative. If you see one bouncy creature, there's usually a lot of bouncy creatures. And usually when you find a bouncy creature planet, you kind of only get bouncy creatures. And sometimes you might get one of those blob creatures as one of the bouncy creatures. The really cool ones, you know, like you get in the little terrarium. Sometimes you might get one of those as a very special lucky find. And yeah, they used to produce a substance called marine. I don't know whether they still do now. But yeah, it was highly sought over at one time in a previous iteration. I keep seeing shadows dart across the floor, almost like there's something flying. But when I look up, oh, there they are. Okay, hello there, buddy. Get into the lexicon of Steve. Pow pow. I really do think they've improved the flying animations. The wings look very much more wing-like. They almost fold to the center. They look a lot better when it comes to animation now. They sort of glide every now and again as well, not just flap about. So yeah, I'm liking the animations. I think they have improved the animations of the flying fauna somewhat. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm going to carry on looking to see if I find any other creatures on this planet. But I think I've probably had my fair fill of the creatures and what's going on this planet. It does seem to be very bouncy creature-esque. The sky colour matches that of the previous Gamma world I was on. And same with the floor tones and colours. Okay. Yeah, no, I would not say that this planet is that far removed from the planet that I was just on. I mean, yeah, there's some subtleties, some very subtle tones of different sort of plant life, but no, fairly similar. But yeah, the fauna's completely different, isn't it? Let's scan one of these. Come on, come here, you. Get into my scanner. Get into my scanner, you. Done. Well, actually, I think we've probably had enough discoveries of fauna on this planet. I go into my discoveries page, I'll start naming these creatures, and then I'll share with you their biomes. Okay, or their bios, I should say. See you in a sec. I'll get naming. Okay, so first up on this planet, let's go to the planet. So it's called Sahar at the moment. I will be renaming that. The first off, we have Wuhan. Mainly because this is a bat-like creature, and yes, it secretes venom. So yeah, I called it Wuhan. And then we have a winged honey badger. So this is untamable, just like a honey badger. Look at his little face, though. You wish he was blinking tameable. He's so cute. Hold on, the Wuhan one. They have the same frickin' head. They must be related. And they've got a very different sort of tail end, though, and very different wings. Completely different creature. Completely different creature. Right, we've got Waxy here. Hello there, Waxy. How are you? Mainly because he's waxy all over. Heck yes. And then we have this little chap. And I've called him Viking Keen, mainly because he bonds with the Viking. Awesome. Then we've got this guy, Giggles. I called him Giggles because he is ticklish. Look at him go. Hello, little guy. Hello, little guy. Then we have this chap. I've called him Tugger, mainly because his asexual reproduction qualities. I mean, I don't think any other creature is going to want to mate with that, to be fair. So it's lucky he has that ability, or she, or whatever it is. There we go. Awesome. So there we are. There's the creatures of this beautiful planet. Now, there was only one other creature to be had, and I have walked around this planet a heck of a lot trying to find it. Considering I found all the rare frickin' ones, I thought finding the uncommon one would be easy. It's not like Pokemon, chums. It really isn't. I could not find that creature, and I've been at it for a while. It's now night time. To be honest, I was only here from 1 day cycle to 1 night cycle, because I kind of had my fill of the planet, to be fair. And yeah, in fact, I haven't checked night time, so it could be here in night, I guess. Let's just have a little scan around, but I'm not too fussed about finding the full lexicon of creatures on this planet, because like I say, because they're bouncing creatures, there's a high chance the other creature that I haven't found is yet another bouncing creature. But that's that from this episode, chums. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it with you, I hope. Yep, so there we are. What I really liked about this episode was that giant gek head in space. Now, that was a gnarly find. That was a rarity. That was a first. I wouldn't like to say any of these creatures were a first. I've seen very similar creatures in the past, and I'm fairly sure we're going to see more of the same sort of looking creatures in future episodes, chums. But there we are. And yeah, so there's a couple of reasons why I'm doing these episodes, chums. One is to try and find myself an awesome super duper fauna creature inside of the NMSA hub, like a Diplo or one of the little bipedal Ewok type looking creatures. You know, that'd be sweet. Any of those sort of things would be lovely to come across. But I'm also doing it to show just how similar a lot of the actual fauna are from planet to planet, and why people don't really give them all that much time, because they do look very similar. I mean, both the species of bird on this planet look very similar. And yeah, even the write-ups. Sometimes you read the write-ups and you think, I wish that they did half of that stuff the write-ups suggest. It would be nice to see more fauna behaviours, more fauna variety. And yeah, in the olden days, you could land on a planet and it would have zero fauna. And I kind of liked that as well, because when you did come across creatures, it made them feel a little bit more special. But now you can fly to 2 planets in the same system and find creatures that look almost identical from one planet to the other, which is it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd, and you even find reptilian creatures on frost worlds and things like that. So it just feels that there needs to be a little bit more of a change up to how fauna is spawned and how they are generated. And I'm hoping that gets addressed soon. Anyway, all of you guys out there in viewer world, you've been fantastic, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care for now, and hopefully next time we'll find one of those Diplos. Heck yes. Goodbye all. Take it easy. Goodbye. I've named the 3 planets NMSA light rocks because it has rocks that emit light. NMSA called dragonflies because it has awesome dragonflies. NMSA bouncing fauna world. And I accidentally named the frickin' system the same thing. But then again, I couldn't think of a decent name for the system. So there we are. There we go. And I can see why it went Uncharted, to be honest. But there we go. We live and learn. We live and learn. Right, I'm just going to jump into my ship and out of my ship. And hopefully, yeah, we'll continue on from here. Hopefully we'll have more luck in future. And this time, I really is a goodbye. Goodbye all. Goodbye. And if you want to support the channel, there's multiple ways to do so. One of those ways is Patreon. There's a tier there for pretty much everyone, and these lucky chappies are all getting ship models. Thanking you, lucky chappies, and here are all my other supporters on Patreon. Thanking you, chums! Thanking you. And I have YouTube membership, and you can get sweet emojis to use in my live chats or a Christmas box, and there's other people getting a Christmas box. Hop on over and take a look at those tiers. And I also have merch. Go grab yourself a fine and dandy mug or a t-shirt or a pair of socks. Hit a like, a subscribe, or clicking one of these links on this would also help my channel, or just don't skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Thank you for watching.